Hello and welcome to Gardening with Ben's podcast. I hope that you're enjoying the podcast so far. Remember to click that subscribe button on whatever platform you're listening to so that you get notified when new podcasts come up. And remember to follow me on all my social media channels, Gardening with Ben on Facebook, Instagram and YouTube. And in the description is a link to my merchandise shop where we sell some fantastic gardening t-shirts and hoodies for you to wear down in the garden or when you're out and about. So grab yourself a brew, sit back, relax and enjoy today's episode. Hey everyone and welcome to Gardening with Ben, podcast of the week. So I'm hoping that you have listened to the previous episode. If you've not listened to the previous episode, please do listen to that one first. Basically, it's about gardening and my mental health in general. As I mentioned in the previous podcast, I have been struggling lots with my mental health, surrounding a number of things, which I do go into in that podcast. And I just want to say a massive thank you for people who have reached out to me. They've sent me a message either via Instagram or via Facebook, which is Gardening with Ben, and also a few of you have purchased my t-shirts as a way of helping me, and I thank you so much for that too. There's over 40 t-shirts there for you to choose from at a great price, and they deliver worldwide as well, so if you're listening worldwide, feel free to have a look at them t-shirts and order yourself one. But I would like to say so much thank you for everybody that has messaged me, as I have been struggling and I still am struggling a lot, so much. I just try and keep myself as busy as possible, and tomorrow is my last day at work at the garden centre, and I will be having a week off work before starting my new job. So on that week off from work, I'm going to set myself a little plan, as I have been hiding away from the allotment. I've been hiding away from doing my podcasts. I've been hiding away from doing YouTube videos, hiding away from doing my live streams down at the allotment or at home, and the full week is going to be bumper to bumper of content. So if you're not following me on any of those platforms, make sure you do follow me on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, as I will be sharing lots of content over the week. And sometimes when you have mental health issues like myself, what the best thing to do is to plan out your week ahead and set yourself a calendar, set yourself tasks what need doing down on the allotment. I don't know if a lot of people are like me, but I tend to have a list down at the allotment, and I like to write down what jobs need doing down at the plot, which I've been sharing quite a lot of daily tips at the moment on Instagram and Facebook. It's a new thing that I've been doing. I hope if you are following me on them that you're enjoying them daily tips. I've not been replying back to comments. I have been getting quite a lot of comments on them. I have seen them, but I've not replied back. As I say, I've been keeping away from stuff, whereas I need to start engaging again. So I do apologise that I've not been engaging in content and stuff like that. But I'd rather people send me messages. It's good to talk to people, it's good to keep your brain engaged. So if I don't always reply straight away, send me another message just saying hello, how are you, and I'll always reply back, as I do need to start talking more to people. I hide away in my flat as much as possible, but I do need to keep talking and keep getting out there. So my plan is for next week to release a podcast every single day. I did try this at one point. I was doing a podcast every single day, sharing little tips and ideas. So fingers crossed that podcast will return every single day again. And maybe that is why I got nominated for the best online podcast, which we'll find out in September if I've won, which would be amazing. So if you are listening to this podcast, make sure you do click that subscribe button, as you will get notified when new podcasts are released, so you can listen to them on the day, on your way to work, or while you're in the garden, or while you're just having 5 minutes at night. They're never long podcasts. I'm not one of these that'll talk for 30 minutes or so, because people do get bored once they're listening to people, so it's always a short and sweet podcast. So tomorrow is my last day in the garden centre, and then Monday I'm going to be back down on the allotment. Fingers crossed the weather picks up. There's going to be a bad weather this weekend. It's raining at the moment while I'm recording this podcast. You might be able to hear it in the background, but next week is looking better. Hopefully we get some nice hot weather. I've got so much that I need to get done on the plot. Again, like I say, I've been neglecting it, hence why I've not been doing lives down there, because I am ashamed of it. I'm ashamed of being an online social media person, and I'm not sharing what I'm getting up to because I've not been doing much. I just pop down and spend a couple of hours down there and then come home again. So I need to do a lot of weeding. There's always weeding to be done down at the plot, but I have got some produce that I need to pick. My plums are ready. They're ripening now as we talk, and I'll hopefully be picking some plums on Monday. So I'll look forward to sharing pictures of those with you. And also I'm looking at building a pumpkin frame. I'm currently growing them up a cane, but as the pumpkins start to grow, they'll get heavier and the squash will get heavier, so I need to build them up a wooden frame. I have no idea what I'm doing, to be honest. I've seen lots of pictures of stuff online, knowing my carpentry skills it'll probably collapse knowing my luck, but I'm going to try and build something. So make sure you see how I get on with that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back down on the allotment and spending some time down there and getting back into it. I do love doing my online stuff with you and sharing videos and sharing tips and advice and stuff. Like I say, I don't know everything. I really don't. That's one of the things that I have struggled with a bit at the garden centre. I don't know much on flowers. I've been learning a lot, and there's still absolutely loads left to learn. But obviously I know about my fruit and vegetables, and it's just what I've picked up, really. Nobody knows everything. The famous gardeners don't know everything. They just know what they've learned and what they've read, and what they've tried and failed at. So it's all about trial and error, a lot of the stuff. But I do love sharing what I've learned and what I share on my platforms. So I hope you all enjoy the podcasts. Please do leave a comment in the comments where you can. On certain platforms you can leave a review and stuff like that. I do enjoy reading reviews. There's not many reviews on it, but I do know quite a lot of people listen, because I can see the figures on how many do listen. So please do leave a review, and I hope to get back to full strength, happy, smiling, lively, gardening with Ben as I used to be. So once again, thank you for all the messages that I have received. Please do send me a message. It's great to see who's listening. And thank you for those that have purchased some t-shirts. And if you've not had a chance to look, make sure you look in the link, as you will see a link to my shop. And if it's not there, it's www.gardenandallotment.com, and go to the shop page and you'll see them all there. So thanks everybody for listening and for your support. It does mean the world to me. I know I'm just talking to a microphone, but I do feel like I'm talking to all of you. So thanks again for listening and supporting me. It does mean the world. And as always, remember, keep smiling and keep gardening. Thank you for listening to today's episode. We hope you've enjoyed gardening with Ben. remember to do click that subscribe button to stay up to date with all the podcasts what are launched, and check out the link in my bio to my fantastic shop selling some fantastic t-shirts and hoodies for you to wear down at the Allotment. And you can also get a Gardening with Ben mug, so feel free to check it out, and remember, keep gardening.